job, Mommy.
To get started, you will need one 16.3 ounce can of biscuit dough. Here I am using Pillsbury Grand's Flaky Layers Buttermilk Biscuits. I'm also going to be using 1 pound of mild pork breakfast sausage. This recipe also would go well with a spicier breakfast sausage, but I'm going with mild today. So what I'm going to do is just remove the plastic wrap from the breakfast sausage, and I'm going to divide it as evenly as I can into 16 meatballs. Okay, so here I have 16 meatballs, and now I'm going to cook them. And what I'm going to do is start with a medium heat and brown them on all sides. And after about 5 minutes of browning, or it should take about 5 to 10 minutes of browning, I'm going to cook for an additional 10 to 15 minutes just to make sure they're cooked through. Because when we get to the biscuit stage, when we pop them in the oven, they're not going to cook that long. So that's why you want to make sure your sausage meatballs are cooked through. Whoop, not right there, little guy. And if you're a mother of multiple kids or even one child, especially toddlers, most mommies know that they don't know when we're filming and when it's important for concentration and peace in the kitchen. So this is one of the reasons why I always film and do voiceover, because I have busy-bodied toddlers in the home. So I guess I'll just show you what it sounds like without all the editing, voiceover, and music. This is pretty much on a daily basis. And now we're back. So I've thoroughly browned my meatballs, and now I've just turned the heat low just so they don't brown much further than this, and I just want them to cook through. You could also cover with a lid on the low heat, and that'll also help them, but just for the sake of filming, I didn't show you when I put the lid on. So this is going to go for another 10 minutes, and they should be done. Okay, so I've put my meatballs on a plate with a napkin just to soak up any residual fat that came out of the meatballs, the sausage. So what I'm going to do is let these cool off before handling. So in the meantime, I'm going to show you how I'm going to make the glaze for the biscuit bites, and also this will serve as a dipping sauce when everything's done. So here I have a 1/4 cup of honey. I'm going to be using 1 tablespoon of butter, a 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder, and I'm also going to be using flat leaf dried parsley. This dipping sauce and glaze is super easy. All I'm going to do is take 1 tablespoon of unsalted butter, or you could use salted butter. I normally use unsalted butter, and I'm just going to put that right into the honey. I'm also going to be adding the 1/4 teaspoon of granulated garlic right into the honey. And now all I need to do is microwave this for 15 to 30 seconds. Okay, so now my sausage meatballs have completely cooled, and now it's time to assemble. So here I have my 8 big biscuits. I just want to show you, I am using the larger can of biscuit dough, and I'm just going to pop those open. But first, I want to show you, I will be using a baking sheet lined with parchment paper. This will help because the honey glaze, you don't want it to burn on your pan, so you want to make sure you line your baking sheet. So now that these are popped open, I'm just going to remove all the biscuits, and because there are 8 biscuits, I am going to cut each one in half. That will give me 16, because we have 16 meatballs, and this is what we're going to be wrapping the meatballs with. So here I'm just going to take one biscuit, and I'm going to use my kitchen shears. You could use a sharp knife, but I find my kitchen shears very convenient, and I am just going to cut this right in half. Now all I'm going to do is just take half of my biscuit, and I'm going to carefully press and stretch it so that it will be able to wrap around a meatball. And this biscuit dough is not very stretchy, so it will tear if you're too rough with it. So now that I've stretched it out, you want to pinch the biscuit dough on itself around the meatball. And this dough is sticky, so if you pinch it on itself, it will encase the meatball just fine. And then just give it a nice roll, and then seam side down. I'm just checking any openings to make sure it's all closed. Here it is. And now I'm just going to place this seam side down onto my baking sheet. And now I will just continue with the rest of my meatballs. Okay, so now all of my meatballs are covered in the biscuit dough, but because I've been handling the biscuit dough is warm now, and you don't want to pop in the oven a warm biscuit dough because it's not going to flake and it's not going to rise very well. So I'm going to put this into the refrigerator for 10 to 15 minutes to allow the dough to chill. Okay, it has been 15 minutes. My biscuit dough is nice and chilly. So here I have my honey garlic butter glaze. I've already warmed it up in the microwave. It's not hot, it's just warm enough to allow the butter to melt. I've combined it well, so now I'm just going to brush each one of my sausage biscuit bites with this wonderful glaze. Okay, so now that I'm done glazing my sausage bites, now I'm going to sprinkle on the parsley. baking these in a preheated oven of 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 10 to 13 minutes until golden brown and done. Okay, so now they are golden brown and done, and I can't wait to dig in. They look absolutely wonderful, and the color that the honey butter glaze gives it is just picture perfect. I just want to show you the bottoms. They are deep golden brown. They did not burn. And now I'm just going to plate these. I also wanted to show you what the inside looks like. I've cut it in half, and here is my extra honey butter garlic glaze that serves as the dipping sauce. As always, the recipe will be listed in the description box below. So I hope you give this recipe a try. I hope you like it, and thanks for watching. Hey guys, you can click on the video icons for more recipes, or you can click on my picture icon to subscribe. Thanks for watching.